Hi, my name's Paul Cresswell. Welcome to Paul's Tackle Reviews. The normal purpose of this channel is to give you reviews of tackle that's been out on the bank, tried and tested by an unbiased, unsponsored angler, and that's me. At the minute we're in a series of videos I'm doing about fishing with paste. So there's lots of reviews of tackle, over 60 videos for you to look at, but at the minute I'm doing a kind of instructional series on fishing paste. The first 3 videos in this series are already on YouTube and proving popular. I've got floats, line, hooks and elastic as the first video, bait mixing and consistency as the second video, where to fish, plumbing up, feeding and pole pots is the third video, and this is the fourth video. I think the most interesting, but it's going to be what's a bite and what's not a bite when you're fishing with paste. Somebody's asked me a question just to go through, I think it was Alan, the float and the tungsten tubing again that I did in the first video, so I'm just going to quickly go through that. So we have my paste float there, the line going through the spring eye. I have a normal float rubber just under the body there that you can see, and then the bottom float rubber is actually something called tungsten tubing, and you buy it in the carp section of the shop. It's weighted tubing, it's got metal in, I'm guessing tungsten, and if you get the right size piece at the bottom, then you can have the float so that it's self-cocking, and if you throw it in the edge with no shot down the line, it will sit like that, and that's what I try and aim to do when I'm setting up all of my paste floats. So I was talking to my friend Graham yesterday about doing this video, and he was watching me fishing paste, and he said it's absolutely bonkers because we spend winter dotting down a 1mm solid tip until it's barely breaking the water. Sometimes it just moves, it doesn't go under, and we strike and that's a bite. And then I'm fishing paste, I've got 2 inch of tip out, the whole thing goes under and comes back up, and you're not supposed to strike. So it really is a massive contrast. So when you're fishing paste, and you'll see it because I've got 15 clips on coming up of me on the bank just focusing on the float, and what you'll see is the float goes down, it might move around a little bit, it might shoot under and come back up, it might even come out a little bit more. But what you're really looking for, the perfect, is that it just all of a sudden it's there and it just goes woof, and it's gone away, you strike and the fish are on. That's perfection. Doesn't always work like that, and you'll see in the video I've not just put all the occasions that I've caught fish, I've put me missing bites, liners, a foul hooker, so you can get a sense of everything that's involved here. As you've got no shot down the line, then it's less stable, your float. So a fish tail moving the water or hitting the line, or a fish banging into the line is going to have more effect on your float because you haven't got that weight stabilizing you. That's why your float moves around more. That's why we need a lot more tip on show than we'd normally have. It is similar to fishing in the margin because quite often there's a lot of fish, your float's moving, you put a thick tip on, you tend to have a little bit more showing. You're always looking for that shoot under. You're not looking for those little bites or where it slopes off one way or the other that's a liner. So a few rules here that I think it's worth stating. Just because your float goes under, and the whole thing might go under, doesn't mean it's a bite. And if you strike every time your whole float goes under, you're going to have a frustrating day because you'll be shipping back in. Every time you miss a bite, you've got to rebait and go back out. So you need to make sure, as far as you can, you only strike at what you think are genuine bites. And the second rule I've got is, if in doubt, don't strike. So in winter, if in doubt, strike. In summer, if you're not sure, just wait a little bit. And you'll see on a couple of these where I'm very patient. You can almost see one of them where I almost think about striking and don't, and then wait for the real good bite coming at the end. Patience is key, because like I said, every time you miss a bite, you've got to rebait and go back out. So you're slowing yourself down. You want the maximum amount of time with your float in the water and a bait on the bottom. Sometimes fish just hook themselves, that's fine. Liners are always going to be an issue. You're in the middle of summer, heavily stocked venues. You're just going to get liners. You are going to foul hook fish. That's just part of it. But the way I'm showing it is trying to minimize that. And again, it goes back to the feeding video. If you keep the feed minimal, you don't want too many fish in your swim. So I've got 15 short clips coming up here. 11 of them are me fishing paste in open water, and I put a little narrative on the bottom of what I think's going off. And then there's 4 at the end that are all in the margin, where if I'm margin fishing with paste, I tend to fish at least 6-inch, probably 8-inch over depth as my go-to, and just wait for it all to go. I've done my best. I'm filming on my own. I'm filming on an iPhone. It's not always easy, but I do think it shows what is a bite and what isn't a bite, and give you some confidence to think, my float's moving all over, there must be a fish. No, wait until it goes. I hope you found that interesting. It's been a lot of work to put that together, but I think this is one of the key parts of why people start pace fishing and give up on it, because they're just missing so many bites because they can't tell what a bite is and what it isn't. Pace fishing is fairly straightforward, but it is difficult to do really well. And there's some days where it'll just go like a dream. You're hitting every bite, you're getting lots of sailorways, and you'll think, I'm absolute genius at this. And you'll go the week after and you'll be pulling your hair out and you're just missing bites, foul looking fish, and it's just going badly. That's part of it. If you don't like missing bites, don't fish pace, because it just comes with the territory. All I'm going to say is get out there and learn. You can see I struck at bites that I thought were bites, but probably weren't in hindsight. You do improve over time. Patience is the real key to this. That's it for today. If you want to give me a like, that's great. And if you subscribe, obviously you'll get notified about the next 2 videos that I'm doing. I'm doing a short video on how to stay reasonably clean, because staying totally clean fishing pace isn't going to happen. And then I'm going to do a little short video of me doing the whole thing that I've put in all the 5 videos on the bank. If you've got any questions or comments, and people have been using the section below, put them below. I do look regularly and I will come back if anybody's got any queries or any comments and anything they want to ask me. Until next time, tie lines.